guest, Witch Mountain. Bear with me, I know I got Nathan, Kayla, Justin, and Rob.
Got it.
Yeah, off to a good start right there.
And Phasma.
And our secretive fifth monitoring member right there. The tour so far, I know you all are a few dates into everything. How's it going?
Really well.
Really well?
We're having a blast.
As Rob pointed out, this is the first time on the road in U.S. roads for a while.
Well, you saw us 3.5 years ago, but we toured almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
With the Skull St. Vitus.
Okay, was that in U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. For some reason, I'm thinking y'all hit Europe here a while back. Did you not? Or
that was in 2013 and 2014.
Okay.
We did European tours, but since then we toured with Yob in the States, we toured with Danzig in the States, and we toured with St. Vitus and the Skull, and now we're out headlining again.
Awesome. Is Royal Thunder along for the most of the trek? Or
no, we're just having a lucky, ships crossing in the night. Here.
It works. And of course, now this is the first album with Justin.
Mm-hmm.
And Kayla's first official full-length album and everything. Of course, evolving from Mobile of Angels to the new membership and everything, obviously that's brought a big change, I would imagine, in the Witch Mountain sound, or how would you all articulate that?
Rob. Well, musically, it's just always kind of been developing. And the main changes are that Kayla's lyrics are different and her melody lines are different, and Justin's bass lines are actually a lot more developed than the bassist on our last one. Sorry, Charles. And there's one song on it that we did that was actually a collaboration between all four of us that I feel like Justin actually had a lot to do with it musically. So Hellfire, which is kind of a standout track to me. It's actually a lot different than the rest of the album.
Mm-hmm.
But musically, I think it's right on the same kind of path. It just keeps getting more developed, as the time goes on, and it just kind of branches out a little bit more. I think with this lineup, it's been a little bit easier to expand, and a little bit of heat's been off of me, because it's been a little bit more where we toured a lot and we got to know each other before I started writing a lot of the riffs. And musically, I think a lot of the stuff developed just around from experiencing each other, being around each other, and playing music together.
You all did hit the trenches, so to speak, I know.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think this album, kind of one of the points was to show the continuity, that the lineup has changed, but that the band overall is still the same band. It's not like we just made a thrash album or something like that.
Yeah, y'all, the Doom roots are there. I mean, they're obviously not. Kayla's vocals to me are wide range as far as with the gutturals and the cleans and stuff. Hey, what is your background vocally as far as that? I know, don't you have like some theatrical training or something?
Yeah, I'm also an actor, so I've been doing that for a long time since I was a kid. So musical theater and jazz. That's my background, my training.
Yeah. So what brought you into the metal world or the doom world?
Well, I was doing theater, and in high school, I think, my friend turned me on to Marilyn Manson, and I was like, holy shit, this is like rock, hard rock, but also super theatrical. And then I kind of went in that direction, and then I started getting into heavier bands, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I really like Meshuggah, and going
just opens the door.
Further. Yeah.
Awesome. Of course, the self-titled Witch Mountain album is out, Smart Records. I guess I said that, sorry, Smart, yeah. How's reception been? It's been out since May or so? And been doing well? Or? Yeah,
it's been doing really well.
Yeah, it's a great album. It's awesome. I have to ask, the Spirit cover. What? I'm sure that's probably a cliche question. Y'all probably get asked a lot, but what prompted that?
Actually, most people don't recognize that it's a cover at all. So you're ahead of that.
Which is Mechanical World, I believe. Yeah. What brought that around? Was it a personal preference of someone's, or?
I got a Spirit record from my parents. My parents don't have a working turntable anymore, and so I just took all the records from their place that looked interesting. And one of them was a Spirit record, and I was playing it, DJing it, and getting into them, and there's a lot of great material from those guys from the late 60s, early 70s, and those records are easy to find and they're cheap when you find them. And so I've been picking all of them up, and I was just playing that song one day, and Rob recognized a sample from it, from it's Brother Ali.
Brother Ali is champion EP, he's a hip hop artist from the 2000s.
I know the name, I'm not familiar with the music.
He works a lot with Atmosphere. I don't know if you're familiar with
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
Okay.
So I heard the riff and I was like, I've heard that sample before, and I didn't even know where it came from, or I just thought it was real and doomy and dark sounding.
You all put your own flair on it, that's for sure. Yeah.
We changed the chord progression a little bit,
Yeah.
just slightly in the break, kind of slow breakdown part.
We'd never put a cover on an album before, but it's something that obviously in the 60s was really normal to do.
Yeah.
And so it was, since it was a song, like I played it in the van for everyone and everyone liked it. And so I was like, okay, well, if everybody's on board, that's an unusual song to do. Like, you know, not many people. I don't want to cover like Paranoid.
Yeah, something, that everybody knows. Yeah. And like you said, I would imagine a lot of people don't realize it's a cover, you know?
I mean, especially, you know, to their credit, like a lot of these reviewers are getting like a digital promo that doesn't have all liner notes and stuff like that. So, you know, if they don't recognize it, I'm not faulting them. But it is funny when they talk about it. And track 2, and Which Mountain wrote this really stop-start verse. And I'm just like,
Some of us know our shit.
yeah. Good job. But yeah, just a cool tune, and it just felt natural to do it. And I thought that studio-wise, I thought it turned out really, because there's a little less distortion on that song, I think the production of it turned out really nice.
It is. Like I said, the whole album's phenomenal, but to me, y'all went sort of out of what I would say, not necessarily comfort zone, but it's different. I mean, there's still lots of the doomy nuances to it and everything, but definitely y'all put your own touch on it. Justin, what's your background, man, as far as musically?
I've been playing in garage bands since I was about 14.
Okay.
And, you know, it was really a matter of serendipitous luck how I got in with this crew. A mutual friend of ours from the band Holy Grove kind of dropped my name to Rob. They needed a bass player for a tour. And I was in the right town at the right time, basically, and had like 3 weeks to, maybe closer to a month to learn the songs before we ran out of
Greg.
Yeah,
It seems to be working out.
yeah.
Definitely. Songwriting process with Witch Mountain, how does a song evolve with you all? Is Rob got a riff, or how's it work?
Well, it's changed over the years, but the last 3 albums have been me recording at home, creating demos, inviting whoever's around over to lay down vocals, and I've also kind of developed a pretty humble but decent home studio to make demos, and I programmed a lot of the drums on this. This is all probably going to change a little bit too as we start writing new stuff, but because of how we switched bass players 3 times in a row and personnel, I ended up writing most of the music, and I have in the past. However, this album in particular was really, the 3 songs, mainly 2 of them were really, really intricate demos that were pretty much written, and then, we ended up jamming them together, and then Justin and Kayla came over and laid down some stuff, and I played them for Nate, as they evolved, and we kind of pitch ideas, and I go back and kind of to the drawing board and rearrange, and Kayla's like, can we add some here and take some out here, and Uta did that in the past too. Just to make it, I've got these lyrics and they don't really fit, can we add a little bit more here, and can we make this longer, make this shorter?
Okay.
And we all arranged it together. But most of the writing on this one in particular, and the last one of the main songs, were pretty much completed things that I did at home.
Okay. Kayla, you handle most of the lyric writing and everything?
Yeah, all the lyrics, and all the melodies and harmonies and stuff.
Awesome. Future plans for 2018? I know you all are on the road for quite a bit, a little longer than
Promoting the record.
Yeah, we really want to get over to Europe, and we'll do more touring in the States, and start writing the next one while, in the cracks between.
Okay. Now, I warned Kayla before the interview I have to offshoot away from Witch Mountain just for a minute, because I've got Kayla on camera here, and I have to ask. You were recently recruited into Dress the Dead.
Yeah.
And I never am confident that I pronounced Craig's name, his last name, right? Lucicero?
Los Cicero.
Los Cicero.
Yeah.
I've met Craig. I saw Man-Made God, which I was a big fan of, Fire Alarms and whatnot. How did you get involved in Dress the Dead?
A mutual friend had reached out to me. I was in another band for a while. I was in a power metal band, and then I wasn't in that band for a while.
It happens.
Yeah, and a mutual friend reached out to me. And they were like, "Well, since you're not in two bands anymore, and maybe you want to be in two bands again," he, suggested me to Craig. And at that point, they'd only had one song out, and they had Peter Jolving as the vocalist. And I really liked it, but I just wasn't sure if I wanted to replace somebody else again. And I kind of sat on it for a couple months, actually.
Okay.
And then I reached out to Craig, and we got to talking. And then I, flew out to Oakland and auditioned and stuff, and got in. So.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's off to a good start. I forget the title of the track that's circulating.
So we released two songs on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's There Goes the Sun, and then we also have a lyric video for Promises and Kisses.
That's okay. Yeah. I'm excited about it, as you can tell, obviously. So, okay, that's done inside. And touch base on that for a minute there. Of course, like I said, you all got going promoting the new album. I always like to wrap up with just an open forum. If you have anything you want to share, state, rant, bitch about, anything you want, this is all you all. Anything? Go ahead.
We're just happy to be here. We're happy to be traveling. We have a great tour going on. We have more dates ahead of us, and we're just continuing to develop our family and get to know each other better and better as time goes by, and
Sounds good to
getting
me.
along great and having a good time.
Sounds good to me. From Rob's lips to God's ears. There you have it. Witch Mountain, the self-titled album's out now at Smart Records. They're on tour for another month or more touring ahead. And that's it. We're out.